All right, let's talk about concerts. You know that one person up on stage waving their arms around like they're casting a spell, but they don't make a single sound? Well, today, we're going to crack the code on what's really going on. Welcome to the conductor's playbook. So, seriously, think about it. It's kind of weird, right? You've got all these incredible musicians, maybe 100 of them, all playing their hearts out. And the most important person, the one in charge, doesn't play an instrument at all. How does that even work? Let's figure it out. I mean, from the audience, it just looks like someone kind of waving a stick, right? But what's actually happening is so much cooler. Imagine being a raid leader in a video game, but for like over 100 people in real life. They're the coach, the captain, and the master strategist all rolled into one. And their instrument? It's the entire orchestra. Okay, so how do they pull this off? It's time to crack the conductor's code. We're going to get into what all those hand signals are actually about. Because believe me, it's not random waving. It's a whole language. So, first things first, let's talk tempo. That's just a fancy word for the speed of the music. You know how your favorite song has a certain BPM, a beat per minute, or how a video game's music gets faster when the action picks up? That's tempo. The conductor is basically the living, breathing speed control for the whole orchestra. Okay, check this out. It's like they're using a two-part controller. The right hand, that's the one usually holding the little stick, the baton. That's the game clock. It sets the beat, keeps everyone on time. But the left hand? That's the mood control. It shapes the emotion, telling the musicians to be more powerful or maybe more gentle. And the eye contact? That's the ultimate multiplayer link-up. It's how you connect the entire team. And it's not just speed, it's volume too. Think about it. It's super intuitive. If you see the conductor making these huge, fast movements, what do you think that means? Yeah, louder, more intense. And if they make tiny, slow movements? You guessed it, softer, more relaxed. It's a physical language that shows exactly how the music should sound. But okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Because all that stuff on stage, the arm waving, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real work. Well, it's not just about waving your arms. It starts long before the concert ever begins. You see, every great leader needs a plan, right? A playbook. And for a conductor, it looks like this. This is called the full score, and it is basically the master guide to everything, every single note for every single instrument, the violins, the flutes, the trumpets, the drums, it's all there on one page. It's literally like having the source code for the entire game. The conductor has to know all of it. So yeah, the pregame prep is intense. A conductor will spend hundreds, sometimes thousands of hours just studying that score. They're memorizing huge chunks of it, trying to figure out what the composer, who might have lived 200 years ago, wanted you to feel. Then they lead rehearsals, fixing little mistakes, making sure the violins aren't drowning out the flutes. It's a massive job. Okay, so just like in sports or esports, you have your legends, right? The GOATs. The world of conducting is no different. Let's look at some of these podium legends, because different players have totally different styles. First up, we've got Arturo Toscanini, who they called the perfectionist. This guy was legendary for being super strict. He believed his job was to follow the composer's instructions perfectly. No changes, no excuses. He had this insane photographic memory and could supposedly hear one single wrong note in an orchestra of 100 people. Wild. Then there's this guy, Herbert von Karajan, the mastermind. His style was all about precision and creating this perfectly polished sound. And get this, he often conducted with his eyes closed to focus completely on the music. It gave him this really serious, kind of mysterious vibe. He was also a total pioneer with recordings, which helped bring classical music to way more people. And you absolutely have to know about Leonard Bernstein, the storyteller. This dude was the complete opposite. Pure energy. He would be up there jumping, basically dancing, using his entire body to show the passion in the music. He was also an amazing teacher who made these TV shows just for young people to get them into orchestras. He made it all feel exciting and cool. So those are some of the legends, but what about now? What's the modern conductor's game like? Well, the job has evolved, and the challenges they face today are totally different. Seriously, forget any idea that this is an easy job. It's a full-body workout. You're standing for hours. Your arms and shoulders are in constant motion. You need extreme mental focus, like for hours straight. Your hearing has to be ridiculously sharp. It honestly demands the physical stamina of an athlete. It is not a chill gig. And the game is changing in another really important way. For a very long time, being a conductor was basically a job for men only. But that's changing. Today, some of the most talented and exciting conductors leading the world's top orchestras are women, and they're bringing totally new perspectives and energy to the stage. And this whole idea of a conductor didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It evolved over time. Way back in the day, the main violin player would just kind of nod their head to keep everyone together. Then, for a while, they had a leader who would literally thump a huge staff on the floor to keep the beat, super noisy. It really wasn't until the 1800s that we got the quiet conductor with the little baton that we know today. So when you boil it all down, what's the point? It's this. The conductor is the ultimate translator. They take these silent black marks on a page, and through their study, their passion, and their leadership, they turn them into powerful, living music that can give you goosebumps. So that leaves us with one last question for you. If you were up there on the podium, baton in hand, which one would you be? Would you be the perfectionist, wanting every note to be perfect? The mastermind, focused on that perfect sound? Or the storyteller, full of energy and passion? Think about it.